Welcome to the spring concert of the Mahoosuc Community Band. That opening number was the theme song from the TV show The Simpsons, if you didn't recognize it. So The Simpsons has been on the air since 1989. It's still on the air, so it's probably one of the longest running cartoons ever. But that theme song was written by a guy named Danny Elfman, who was born in 1953, still with us today. He was probably gaining notoriety from the band Oingo Boingo in the 1980s. But more importantly, he's composed over 100 feature-length film scores, including the score to Good Will Hunting, Milk, Batman, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I won't read them all because that would take all day. Anyway, that was the theme from The Simpsons. Next, we're going to play a song called Brown Eyed Girl. It's from Van Morrison. He was born in 1945. He's still with us as well. He's actually now Sir George Ivan Morrison because he was knighted in 2016, which means he needs to wear all that metal stuff now. He's from Northern Ireland. This song was his first big solo hit in 1967. And since he turned 70, Sir Morrison has been putting out more than one new album every year. So if you're 70, you got to get going. Yeah. He's still out there performing, writing music, but he has extreme stage fright in front of large audiences, so you probably won't ever see him in a stadium show. And this song is a particular favorite of our alto sax section. Brown Eyed Girl from Van Morrison. Next bit is called Abbey Road, a Symphonic Portrait. It's a medley of Beatles tunes that includes You Never Give Me Your Money, Come Together, Maxwell's Silver Hammer, She Came In Through the Bathroom Window, and Something, and The End. So all these songs, I figured it out, they were all on the album Abbey Road. I didn't know that before, but I know it now. And that was about the last album that the Beatles started. So the Beatles started as a band in 1960. They finished touring in 1965, and they broke up by 1970. So they were around for sort of 10 years. And in that time, they set all the records. those records still stand. Most albums sold, most songs sold. I don't think biggest concert audiences, I think that's probably well surpassed. But they basically set the entire stage for modern rock music. And also, this was, I didn't know this. So their name, the Beatles, was originally a play on Buddy Holly and the Crickets. That's how they got that name. I know, this is important. So one of the features on this song will be Ellen on trombone. And if I'm not mistaken, someone told me that she and Rick are celebrating a large anniversary today, but I won't give the number. So congratulations. All right, here we go. I won't give you any more history on the Beatles. You can look that up. It's really a lot. Anyway, Abbey Road, Symphonic Portrait. All right. So, next up, somewhere. This is from the show West Side Story. It's written by Leonard Bernstein, who lived from 1918 to 1990. He was the first American-born conductor to lead a major American symphony orchestra, the New York Philharmonic. West Side Story, the play, was released in 1957, or staged in 1957. It won the Tony for Best Choreography and Set Design. In 1961, the film won 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. And then it came around again in 2021, and again won Best Picture, 60 years later. So that's pretty astonishing. Not that astonishing, it's an amazing work. And this piece is going to feature Brian on flugelhorn, somewhere. Okay, hold on to your hats. Next, a little Rossini. We were debating, this has probably never been played on this stage, ever. Italian in Algiers, an overture. So, I learned how to pronounce this. Gioacchino Rossini lived from 1792 to 1868. He wrote 34 operas from 1810 to 1823. He turned 21, wrote 34 operas, and retired. That was it. He just stopped playing, he stopped doing operas after that. He just stopped. He still kept doing music for his whole life, but yeah, he knew a good thing when he was done. His works include the comedies, Italian in Algiers, Barber of Seville, and his final opera, The William Tell. So this is an overture. An overture is a piece of music at the start of the stage performance, an opening, that includes a synopsis of the major pieces later in the show, like a medley, but written as one piece by the original composer. This is going to feature Vicky on oboe, Al on clarinet, Byron on flute. Oh, and if you're easily startled, well, you're going to be startled, sorry. We taught Jackie that this year. Yeah, we created a monster. It's great. All right. Here we go. Italian. Oh, and by the way, this means an Italian woman in Algiers. Yeah, it's not a guy. It's a woman. All right. Here we go. Whew. I think he must have used up half the notes in that song. All right, we're going in a completely different direction now. The next piece is called was produced by the Average White Band in 1974. That band consisted of Roger Ball, Malcolm Duncan, Alan Gorey, Hamish as funk number. The song was released as an instrumental with an occasional shout out of "pick up the pieces." We won't be shouting out tonight, referring to getting one's life back together. This is going to Ed on trumpet and Lucas on alto saxophone there. So they're going to be going back every 2 measures. They'll switch who's playing the solo at that point. It's pretty exciting. You'll hear a lot of trumpets in this. I always do. They're fantastic. All right, everybody ready? Here we go. Let's pick up the pieces. From Italian opera to funk. You hear it all right here with the Mahoosuc Community Band. All right, next up, Hallelujah. Written by Leonard Cohen. He's a Canadian singer-songwriter, lived from 1934 to 2016. In 2023, Rolling Stone ranked him number 103 in their 200 greatest singers of all time. This song took Cohen 5 years to write and 150 draft verses. 150 verses before he got the words he wanted. Compare that to the Rossini, 18 days. Yeah. It took him a little bit more time to write it than it took us to play it. But Leonard Cohen, 5 years, 150 verses. So Hallelujah was actually made famous by John Cale in 1991 and Jeff Buckley again in 2004. John Cale's version was featured in the movie Shrek. So that's why it's pretty well known to the somewhat younger audience. The song has been covered by about 300 additional artists. There was a fascinating film history of Cohen and his song, in 2022 called Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen, A Journey, a Song. This is a Buy a Song by Jim and Kay Rector. And you may be saying to yourself, well, what is Buy a Song? And I'll tell you. So Buy a Song is where you, out there in listener land, decide, you know, I'd really love to hear that band play, I don't know, you fill in the blank. And so all you need to do is talk to a member of our music committee, and there are several of them. Who's on the committee now? Tom? Ed? Julie? Scott? Yeah? Kathleen? And everyone? Okay, so talk to one of those people and say, hey, can you play, I don't know, Highway to Hell by AC/DC? And is that the right band? And they'll say, no, but, or maybe they'll find a really good arrangement. But, you know, you can make your musical fantasy, our musical fantasy, and then you can help buy that song. In other fundraising news, in case you're wondering what brings this band to the stage, we do pretty much operate entirely on donations. So if you get a chance, there's probably a can or a hat or something out there, a basket, yeah, a basket. And if you could contribute to that, that would help us, you know, do things like make sure that Jim doesn't go hungry, and that you know, the drum players have sticks and all that stuff that goes with having a band. Okay, so that's it. Next up, Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Okay, so next up, Ajuero by Jose Franco. There is very little information out there about the composer of this piece, like none. Not on Google, not on Wikipedia, nothing. Even J.W. Pepper says he's a little-known composer, but he wrote this. It is a paso doble, which means double step. It is an infantry march that moved along at 120 steps per minute, which is moving. And this is how you got your infantry from point A to point B in a hurry, in Spain. Yeah. And let's see. Sometimes you hear it at bullfights, this style of music, and sometimes it's got its own dance following. So, Ajuero by Jose Franco. All right, so we're getting down to our last couple pieces for tonight's show, this afternoon's show. So I'd like to do some thank yous. I'd like to thank Gould Academy. So that you may or may not know, you probably know, the band relocated to this basement from our prior basement over at the Congregational Church this year. And that was a big move because we've been around for about 27-ish years. So that was a huge move for us. And it, 29. My, how time flies. 29 years. 29 years this group has been going. So we decided to move to Gould, and Jim graciously took over as conductor, and that's been a lot of fun for all of us. So we'd like to thank Gould for loaning us the space, and Jim for taking us on as a conductor. That's great. That also gave us the opportunity to host a whole group of new players. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's a whole bunch, 10, 12. There's a whole bunch of players up here who are Gould Academy students. And we love working with them. They're a lot of fun. They've improved tremendously as musicians, and that doesn't mean they were bad to start with. They just got really good all of a sudden. Like So, oh yeah, if you're, but there's a problem. Could all the Gould seniors stand up? Just for a second, you guys see this, because we're going to be missing like 3 right in the front row there. Now if you're over 65 in the band, stand up. These are the other seniors. No, they're not going to stand up. Okay, well, you guys sit down. Because we have a lot of other seniors in the band. So we really appreciate the youth and enthusiasm. So other people to thank, Scott Heineck over there is the president of the band. He keeps us organized and on track and all those important things, and plays a whole array of really fascinating instruments. Anyway, that's Scott. And then I'd like to thank all the family and friends out there, because it's a beautiful sunny day and you came here to sit in a dark auditorium, but we really appreciate it. And you'll avoid some bugs that way, because someone was like, oh, too bad your concert isn't outside today. And I was like, yeah, our music would be in the next county, and you'd all be eaten alive. So, we're here. Reminder band, if you're not playing Memorial Day, Music in the Box. I think, are there refreshments out there? Does anyone check? I believe after the concert, out there are refreshments. So that's very exciting. Yeah, and I think that's from Gould Academy who did that for us. So thank you again, Gould. Oh yeah. If you see this group up here and boy, I'd love to play with them. This is you have a chance any Monday night you want, pretty much. We're starting up again on June 9th, 12th, 14th. Do I hear 16th? No, 14th, June 14th, down there, 6:45. Over the summer we will have a different conductor, but Simon's awesome. Simon started as a toddler with the band. I'm not joking. So he'll be conducting it this summer, which is when he conducted it last summer too. He's great. He's all grown up now. Married, a whole 9 yards. He's married. Yeah. All right. So anyway, any other? Oh yeah. So if you'd like to play with us, bring your instrument. We'll refresh your memory, and it's an awful lot of fun. It's my favorite thing to do every Monday night. All right. Next up, Caravan. Oh yeah, the age range in this band. Right now, the age range in this band, if I'm not, how old are you? You're 14. Right, I lied the other night. Our age range is there anyone less than 14? Okay, we go from 14 to 94. All the way through. Yeah, that's amazing. That's a pretty cool thing. Okay, next up is Caravan. The music was written by Juan Tizol, who lived from 1900 to 1984. He was born in Puerto Rico. He's a trombonist in Duke Ellington's orchestra. Duke Ellington lived from 1899 to 1974, wrote or collaborated on over 1,000 compositions. He has been the most prolific jazz composer so far. And in this piece, again, only here at Gould, only here at the community band, only here on the stage, we're going to be hearing trading conga solos in the middle of the song between Polly and Josh. They're both Gould students. Polly comes to us from Ukraine. Josh comes to us from Saudi Arabia. Polly's a freshman. No, she's a junior. Josh is a senior. Very excited. Yeah, okay. So there's something you won't see every day. Oh, and this is a bias song from Pat's Pizza, which is no longer with us here in Bethel, but it does exist in other parts of the state. Yeah. All right, thank you, Pat's Pizza. So, Caravan. here we go. Last number. We'd like to mention Linda over on clarinet over there. I think this is her last concert with us. Yeah, she's moving too far away. She can't play this anymore. We've loved working with her, and she actually isn't allowed to leave until she finds a replacement, but that's another story for another day. That's the rule. Band rules. All right, anyway, don't forget refreshments, don't forget the music in the box. Last piece, the Liberty Bell March from John Philip Sousa, because what would a band concert be without a Sousa March? Sousa lived from 1854 to 1932. He was enlisted in the Marines by his father at the age of 13. You guys have it so easy. But he did that so that John Philip Sousa wouldn't join a circus band. He figured the Marines was better than a circus. He stayed there until age 21, because that's how long he was enlisted for. And he returned 5 years later to lead the band for 12 more years. Sousa toured from 1892 to 1931 and performed 15,623 concerts. Oh my God. He wrote over 130 marches, 15 operettas, 5 overtures, 11 suites, 24 dances, and 28 fantasies. And helped a musical instrument named after him. It's so cool. Because we don't know who, like, Jill Trumpet or, Bob Flute. John Philip Sousa and the sousaphone. So the Liberty, we don't have a sousaphone in this band, by the way. We have a tuba, which is the sousaphone. Yeah. The Liberty Bell March is probably best known as the theme to Monty Python's Flying Circus. Raspberry sounds and a giant foot descending to squash the band. The U.S. Marine Corps Band has played the Liberty Bell March at 5 of the last 7 presidential inaugurations. And this rendition of the Liberty Bell features Scott, our president, whacking on the really big pipe. Yeah, there it is. All right, you'll hear it. Here we go. And thank you for coming, and we'll see you this summer. Next time if you want to follow us, we'll be playing next at Memorial Day in every town in the local area at some time or another. Yeah. All right, here we go. Liberty Bell March by John Philip Sousa.